What's going on, everyone? This is Jesse from Mitchell's Archery. So last time I mentioned this Black Hunter longbow. It's 60-inch, 55 pounds. With these bows, I don't remember if I mentioned it last time, but the poundage is off just by a little bit, not by much, give or take, probably about up to 5 pounds. So that's why I went with the 55, because I wanted something a little bit heavier, but not too heavy. I don't want to step in that 40-pound range. I'm shooting at 28 inches, so if this was in fact a 55-pound longbow, I would be pulling back 55 pounds. Great for the price. So I know last time I mentioned that I would be putting on a new bowstring. However, I have not been able to do it yet. I have not had time to make a bowstring. What I have done so far is I've got my nock height set. I've got these string silencers. I had to kind of get this up on the fly, and I can tell you that I'm actually liking it. I just discovered this by accident. I was shopping around one day and I noticed that in a fishing section at a store, you can buy a fishing. So yeah, at a store, they've got these banded skirts for fishing lures. You know, they make a pretty decent string silencer, I'm not gonna lie. I was having trouble finding string silencers. I made wool string silencers, however, for whatever reason, they will not work on this bowstring. It was kind of irritating because I thought that was going to be quick and easy, which normally it is. Yeah, I mean, if you're wanting to get into traditional archery, I would suggest picking up one of these, or maybe the recurve version of it. There's also a few other options out there. Galaxy Sage Elite, the Monarch Vistas, and there's so many others. So take a couple shots with this. I've been trying to figure out what I've been wanting to use for a hunting arrow. So let me take a few shots with just the regular field .22 for a second. I haven't shot for a few days, so that's what I mean by I haven't shot for a few days to a week. There we go, that's even better. Low for whatever reason. Alright, so now we're talking about hunting. Alright. So with this being a brand new bow, and I'm already, I've already got arrows set up for the draw length. I was trying to figure out what I can use. I've got a few different spines of arrows, so I just had to play with it. This one is a Victory Carbon Trad. It's a 450 spine arrow with I can't remember the exact grainage. I want to say this might be between 125 to 175. It's a grizzly, or a bear razor head, sorry. So yeah, I'm really not sure on this, because I came down to 3 options. and they all seem to be okay with me. Oh, that was a nice, yep, that was a lung shot. But I also have two other options, like I was saying. I've got this X300. It's a 400 spine with an older Magnus broadhead. I don't remember exactly which model it is. Some of these, a lot of these broadheads that I have are ones that my dad and my grandpa both gave to me years ago. But, I mean, they still do all right. See, I'm really loving how these fly. But to be honest, this is my favorite one by far. Years ago, my dad made these for my grandpa. My grandpa was supposed to go on a bear hunt. This is spliced with, I want to say it's cedar with, I want to say walnut. I can't remember, but I really like how it flies. And I'm using a Zwickey Eskimo on it. The broadhead has stayed on this arrow for over 25 years. I mean, it still flies just fine. So, I mean, I think I know what I'm going to go with. But just to be on the safe side, I might have all three in my quiver here. Yeah, for me, hunting season, here in Missouri, it started mid-September. However, I have not been able to. Back in June, I broke my leg. I'm still dealing with some of the pain. So going over different terrain actually doesn't help much. So I'm just basically getting some reps in. Hopefully, my leg will be better by the rut, because I mean that's coming up pretty quick. Um, I've lost my train of thought, and just so you know, that's gonna be me on these videos. I'm gonna be genuine. I'm not going to edit out my, stutters and this and that, and some of the mess ups that I make along the way. I believe in being genuine, and I mean that's all there really is to it. You really want to watch someone who's not genuine. That's what I love about the hunting community, and more specifically the traditional archery community. We're tight knit. We help each other as much as possible, because I mean you don't want to see someone fail. There's groups on Facebook, and Instagram, and TikTok, all these cool things. Um, Let me get to my All right, so there's a group on Facebook that if you currently shoot traditional or you're wanting to get into it, it's a TBA Group USA. So this is a Traditional Bow Hunters Association. Um, we all help each other on there. We don't want to bash each other. What's the point in doing that? And if you're looking to get into building bows, don't be afraid to. Um, I'm actually going to get back into it myself. I haven't built a bow in over 20 years. Yeah, it's been about 20 years. And actually, that bow was kind of tossed for whatever reason. I'm not going to say who did it, but I will be getting back to it. And maybe in the near future, you will be able to buy a traditional longbow or recurve from me. Again, I'm Jesse Mitchell's Archery. I'm even going to start making some of these quivers. This one was made by my dad back in, I want to say, the 90s. So he ordered the rubber grips for the arrows. He just went and bought some leather and screws, nuts and bolts, which actually I got to tighten all these down. Something that it works really well for me. Will it always work? I don't know. I'll have to see them. This was made back in the 90s. I'm 36 years old. This is almost as old as I am. And then I've also thought about, so not only making more of those, thinking about this. This quiver was also made in the 90s by Mitchell's Archery. This is a coyote fur. So it's actually a coyote on the top and beaver on the bottom. We went around checking traps one day, caught a coyote, caught a beaver on our property. And then my dad decided, hey, I'm going to make a quiver. And this thing, yeah, I mean, it's getting weaker over the years, but it still holds up. So I'm probably going to make a lot of these in the near future. So please go on, hit the subscribe button. Please turn on notifications. Leave me a comment. And then also go on to my page on Facebook here. Sorry. It's Mitchell's Archery. I'm still trying to figure out how to link stuff. So yeah, check me out there on Facebook. I don't post as often as I should. I've got a TikTok. And I want to say that there's there's a couple people that got me back into archery, back into traditional specifically. I just kind of got tired of compound. It just wasn't fun. The people that kind of got me back into loving, and I mean loving, traditional archery. That would be Arrow Sniper. He's on Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and I believe Instagram, if I remember. Sorry, Josh. I can't remember everything, man. Then there's also the Push Archery. Dude, just please go check them out. And the Push Archery also has podcasts, which I listen to all the time. Matt Zernzak, if you ever see this, just leave me a comment, man. Come on. Again, we are all part of the traditional archery brotherhood. Again, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Hit that notification. I'll see you again later.